most of them.
That's fine, no problem. We'll all join in. Assalamu alaikum everyone, hope you're well. Going on to my second show for the evening, and today, what else can we talk about on the eve of the biggest game now in about 15 years for England? So please, we need to all be on the same page and bring the trophy home.
Tea?
Tea, coffee, ladies?
Oh, yes, please.
Good chai.
Yeah, go on. Let's do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really Kashmiri.
Oh, thank you very much.
So let's get it going. Assalamu alaikum everyone, hope you're well. We're going live on air. So if you are watching the match, then please keep us updated with regards to the score. But today I was working tirelessly to get two young Asian females to talk about football, not only obviously to share about how our experiences so far about the European Championship, but also to let everyone know that young Asian girls like sport, like football, and you know what, and we can have a conversation about it as well. So that's why really thank you to Faz and Zakia.
Hey, Zakia, everybody, hi.
Zakia. Yeah, Zakia. So there we are. So please ask any questions. Do not ask about the offside.
Offside rule. We're not interested in that.
We're not interested. We're not interested in the offside rule. So yeah, but anyway. I think before we even talk about the European Championship, I think it may be worth interesting for our listeners. Where's the connection for you and football? Where did you get in love with football?
Well, from me personally, it's been ever since I was 4 years old. I played football with my older brother, and he's a Spurs fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. My dad's a West Ham fan. So between us three,
from
we've
London?
got different London clubs. Yeah. So we've been a very sporting family. Played football ever since. More goalkeeper, defender. So yeah, always loved football. Watched it throughout, and yeah, just absolutely love it.
I can see that no one's getting past you.
No,
who go by crook? No one's getting past Faz.
I can 100% vouch for that, guys. I can 100% vouch for that. She's a fantastic defender, honestly.
Yeah, I can believe that. And you, Zakia, where did your love or your fondness for football start?
I think, you know what, for me, I've come from a big family of 8, and you know what, we thought, why not? You know, we've got enough players, so let's, dig in, and we all love sports anyways, generally. We were lucky to have a big enough garden, so we utilised that space, and that's where the passion came for me. And in school, my teacher was really good, primary school teacher. I remember his name, Mr. Morris.
Oh, wow.
He actually pushed me for sports, and he did a fantastic job. And today I want to do exactly what he's done. And
to the next generation.
That's right, to the next younger generation, get them involved. And guys, it's a fantastic thing, man. It's good for the mind.
Absolutely.
It's good for, your physical activity, and it's good to socialise as well.
Absolutely. You know what? A family of 8, you could have almost had your own football team.
Almost, mate.
What, 5-a-side this time?
Yeah, that's right. So Italy, nil, Spain, nil. Thank you, Javed. Please keep us updated, really.
Come on, Italy. I'm rooting for Italy today.
They have been a real machine so far.
Absolutely.
The way they're closing down and attacking, and their young team as well. And so I'm rooting for
Come on, Italy
and England, hopefully
let's see finals.
To the final as well. So are you currently involved with any kind of a setup with a football academy, or are you involved with any kind of sports or football?
Well, we have been running for over 10 years, a group from Ballsy Green Girls School, and we've been playing football. We've gone to leagues. We've actually joined teams with Salma B, the cricket player that you had previously. So we were one of the first Muslim, all-female Muslim players in a football team joining the leagues called the Great White Sharks. So we've done a lot of stuff football-wise, and we've had greater opportunities with Saheli as well, Saheli Hub. So big thank you to Naseem for all the opportunities she provides. She, a great older sister, and through her we're going to hopefully set up something called Sabbath Sports, which is more Bawdsey Green area, more dense sort of area, whereby we promote more team sports like football, basketball, the big sports for all females.
Have you heard of a world-renowned football club by the name of Jabs B8SC?
I haven't known, but we'd love to.
Tell us more then. You tell us more about that.
That's my football club.
Oh, okay then.
That's the one that I run.
Oh, okay.
So it's a juniors academy of Birmingham Sports. We've been running for about 7-8 years, and we used to have a girls' football when we were at Rockwood, but since the renovation works, we've gone to the park. So we have a couple of girls, and we had one real talent that I really had, a lot of ambition and hopes for. But unfortunately, because we were playing in a secluded area in Rockwood Academy,
Absolutely.
and she was happy in that. As soon as we went to public open space, she got a bit shy and she wasn't.
It's a perception, isn't it? You know what I mean? So we need to get people a bit more confident, I think.
Yeah.
And let's normalise it. Girls can get involved, and girls can do it.
Yeah.
So come on, girls.
Yeah.
You know, let's change that, shift that thinking, I think.
Yeah, no, most definitely. So I've got a couple of young girls, and you know, anything like that, please do share me a poster or anything. Love to promote it on Alum Rock Community Forum. Love to promote it on Radio Awaaz as well. So we'll do whatever we can to make sure that this particular is it called Sabah?
Sabah Sports.
Sabah Sports will get to a success. But anyway, the reason why I've called you in today was really to sort of get your opinion on how this fantastic tournament that has been delayed by a year, obviously because of the global pandemic, has been so far, and what has been the real sort of standout moments for you, or what game has really stood out for you so far?
For me personally, I think it's got to be that France-Switzerland game. That was the
what a shocker.
Penalties.
It wasn't even the penalties. It was that last 5 minutes. That last 5 minutes of the actual normal time, and then extra time. It reminded me of the Liverpool Champions League final when they beat Bayern Munich. You know, back in 2000 and something. And just the way Steven Gerrard turned that around. It was exactly the same thing. Was it AC Milan? Sorry. So it was very, very, very good. It was just the way it turned around, 2 goals, and you know, I think France became complacent. They were one of the favourites, weren't they? Same with Belgium. I think so. Them two teams being knocked out yet again. You know, it's just.
I think Pogba thought, being a typical Man United player, I thought he thought.
Come on, United!
He thought he was in the bag, that he had it at home.
But that just shows, isn't it? Football's very unpredictable, guys. You know what? It's not over. Whistle. It's not over till the fat lady sings.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that was your standout, and Zakia, for you?
For me, you know what? It's the actual England-Germany game, actually. You know, that was a shocker. Germany for years have always been the strongest team. So you know what? At the end of the day, you know, England have done us proud, but you know, that was a tough game. I'm surprised where England are, to be frank with you.
Really?
If he's not going to come home, guys, you know, we've been singing that song for how long?
If the trophy's not coming home, you don't come home.
You know what? They do not come home.
And
And if they can't take it now, I don't think they ever will, to be honest with you, because we've got the strongest teams out. We've got the likes of Portugal out, Argentina out, we've got France out. You know what? The biggest competitors at the moment is possibly
whoever.
I'll tell you something.
She's going to say
it's going to be
I agree
Italy.
with that.
Absolutely no doubt, it's going to be Italy. They've been fantastic to watch as well. You know what? They've made football exciting. The last game, Italy's last game, it was fantastic to watch. So I love my Italian food. So you know what? I'm going to stick with the Italians. But obviously, I'm going to support England first, and then my second team will be Italy.
Okay, well, I just hope the Italians don't do an Italian job.
That's right.
I had to get that in there. And you know, we were saying about the offside. Someone's actually put that in there. Can you get the two ladies to explain about the offside rule? I said, you know what, if I wasn't on this, I was going to do this. But I won't do that.
Oh, no,
Guys, you know what? The offside rule is a bit of a tough one to...
No, we're not even going to go there.
But
we can explain it. We like to entertain the questions.
Put them in a place.
People who like to question us.
So
basically, when the ball's played, if the attacking player is, even if it's a head, any goal scoring part is not in line with the defender, they're offside.
Okay, I hope that answers it. And if you want a bit more clarity later, guys, you know, ladies, gentlemen, just YouTube it. Physically see it.
Google it as well.
Google it, man.
And a lot of the time, VAR is used to just obviously clarify it. So
no, absolutely. So please, if you want to also share with us about your highlights, or your player of the tournament, or your particular moment that has really stood with you, for you during this tournament, then please get in touch. 01216829735. You want to speak to the ladies? That's the number. Alternatively, he says, well done. Alternatively, please put your comments as Javed is doing as well, and let's see what a standout moment, and who do you think and who do you predict is the final. And I agree with you, really. So let's focus on England, actually. You know, from the outset, you know, we didn't get after the best of starts, especially with the Scotland game. Scotland played well.
They deserve some credit. You know what I mean?
Some
they
credit.
gave it a good shot.
So let's start with the manager first. You know, England Southgate is Mr. Penalty back in Euro '96, I think it was, where we were sort of in the semi-final. 96 was it when we were playing here. You missed it, and we were playing here. I think I'm older than you, so that's the only reason I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember. I was a child.
And so he missed it. So he's got sort of obviously some goals that he needs to vanish. And you know what? For someone who's relatively young as a manager, who doesn't have overly much experience in management, he's been a sort of a calm, measured, experienced person, hasn't he?
I think a lot of those players have that have been player managers and the way they've progressed. I mean, we've been watching football for over 2 decades now, and it's literally been astonishing to see people like Zidane, become a manager and be very successful.
Steve Gerrard and another one.
Absolutely. Lampard, Frank Lampard, you know.
Yeah, although we don't like Frank.
as well.
Sorry, I don't like Frank. Steven Gerrard all the way. But certainly, Gareth Southgate's done an amazing job. He's very, very cool as a cucumber, isn't he? He's very poker faced. You can't really read what he's doing. So I think he has control of the respect.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like an arrogant manager to me. He's calm, takes people under the wing and, give everyone opportunity to play and to shine, really.
It's almost like Zakia, he's learned from his time when he was an England player where there was that club rivalry. Chelsea players here, the Man United players there, Liverpool players here, and they didn't really sit in the same table. He's got everyone playing for the same cause.
That's right.
And they're all young, they play without fear. That really stands out for me.
Yeah, I think that makes sense now because look how far England have come. Guys, it's shocking. Nobody would have predicted this. No. Do you know what I mean? And if he's not going to come home now, I keep saying it never will. We've got this opportunity. Hopefully, we'll take it with both hands. And hopefully, finally, we can stop talking about 1966.
And the fact that they've not conceded any goals is amazing. I mean, Pickford is just amazing. I mean, what a goalkeeper and a half. I mean, we've got Neuers of the world, but he's just like our equivalent.
He had a couple of hairy moments in the last game where he sliced his kick when he's trying to he got a bit ruffled there. But some of the saves earlier on in the previous games was just immense. And then obviously Maguire has, he's done well, and even Josh Stones, whoever, both of them had
it's all the defensive line.
and you know what, they've had a sort of a dodgy season really, both for their respective clubs. But it's almost like, back when I was watching football with Lampards, the Beckhams, and they almost hated playing for England, but these players almost enjoy playing for England. The burden's not there.
And I think players like Sterling, who have been under Guardiola,
I'm just going to stop there. He's done a sterling job, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done a sterling job. Oh, there comes the party.
Thank you, listeners. Thank you for appreciating the job.
It's 1-1 now.
Yeah, that's it. Honestly, credit to Raheem Sterling. He's fantastic and he's been consistent. And you know what? He's going to score tomorrow as well. Yeah.
You know what? Let's just widen the subject out. When they won against Germany 2-0. It was all about Harry Kane in the headline newspapers.
Yes,
no mention
absolutely.
Or photos of it at all. So people were saying, look, he's the one who created the goal. He scored. Where's Raheem Sterling?
It's so sad to see that. We need to change that. And they are right.
Was that noticeable to you as well?
Yes, it was 100%.
And also the commentary, when you watch the commentary.
It's very one-sided, isn't it? It's all about Kane, isn't it? Yeah, unfortunately.
Gary Lineker and stuff. Yeah, it's only Rio Ferdinand really mentioning some of the more BAME players I've noticed.
And then also, again, I think the goalies don't get much credit as well.
No,
Pickford, again, he is holding England together. But again, it goes to the strikers, isn't it? They're the main conversation.
Yeah. I suppose because most of the comment, Lineker, Ian Wright, they'd always been strikers. Yeah. So they're obviously going to talk about, the people, what's the old saying? The hardest thing in football is to put the ball in the back in the net.
That's right.
So, but like I said, I think he has been a standout performer. But what about, all the young talent, Sancho on one side? We mentioned Sterling now.
Rice
I really like Mount. He's had a sensational season for Chelsea.
Grealish as well. He's done a good job as well.
He's not had enough time recently, has he?
That's right.
No, but the small impacts when
when he's come on.
Yeah. He's making more effort with his hairstyle, isn't he, really? He needs to get out there and shine the salon.
Yeah. Just going to go back to the...
so what's the score then? What's the score?
I think it's half-time at the moment.
Okay, so it's 0-0?
Yeah, still 0-0. Okay. So I think we will kick off in about 5 minutes. So please, Javed, keep us updated. So we've got about 10 minutes left. So these sisters are so passionate and dedicated. Lovely to hear from them. They are
Thank
livening
you.
up your show, which I haven't seen for a long time.
Oh, thanks, guys. I really appreciate
Javed,
it. When after Mr. Ali's job, I can guarantee you that.
No, but if Gareth Southgate is listening, we'll be assistant managers in no time.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the positive
This is for the
feedback.
motivation. So you can do all the tactics and you can do the motivation.
Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's what we're about.
Respect
Will do.
and blessings to you both.
Thank you so much,
Very good.
guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Thanks for the support and love.
And he goes, any other hidden talents they have?
For me, it's singing, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, don't give her a karaoke machine. Seriously.
Indian songs or?
More English, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a bit of a Coldplay for me. Bit of Celine Dion.
No, you know what? When the show ends, we'll get Zakia to do the rendition of "It's Coming Home." All right.
It's coming.
Not yet.
All right, guys.
Just hold it for the time being as well. So we mentioned some of the younger players as well, but. Normally when you're playing at home, there's a real amount of pressure. Obviously, semi-finals at home, almost a full stadium, 60,000 people. The finals on Sunday, also at home as well. Do you think tomorrow's game with Denmark, that they think that they've made it into the final because they've had that big game with Germany, and this is almost like a bit of an anti-climax, and they may just take the eye off the ball?
Oh, Denmark's a very strong team. We were actually talking about
Kasper Schmeichel being in
Kasper
goals
Schmeichel,
and stuff. They've got equally good goalkeepers, so I think it'll be a competition between the goalkeepers.
and you can't get complacent at all.
That's a good point, actually. Good point. I like him, actually. I've got a lot of respect for him. And also, it's almost like since Eriksson has had that heart, that sort of life-threatening moment, really, they've had this sort of sense of belief. They've got a cause.
Yeah.
When a team has a cause or a belief, I think that's what it's like a team in possession. They know that we want to do this for Eriksson, and they're giving 100%.
Absolutely,
Does
that's
that make
right.
sense?
Yeah, 100%. And I hope he gets better as well.
It's
another tough match. Let's not rule anything out. Anything can happen again. England can't be too complacent. They have to take that with level of seriousness and take Denmark serious, actually.
I agree. And you know what? With Denmark, there's no heroes out there. They're all giving it 100%. They know what to do. A bit like Wimbledon or, a bit like Sam Allardyce's team. Work hard, get the ball back, wingers, cross it in. That's all, and it's working for them as well. And when they played last time, I think they won 4-0 or something. They've been scoring a lot of goals as well. It's not
they have.
just playing on the counter attack or just winning by the odd goal. So I think you're right. I mean, at the moment, it's not the most sexy, glamorous team, but they're in the semi-final and they deserve to
so
be
you've
there.
got to take them and give them credit as well, and respect them, where they are. So it's a semi-finals, guys. It's not a joke.
Never be complacent, to be honest, because every
Anything could happen.
is going to be strong, especially if they reach the semi-final. Nobody does it by a fluke.
So whatever happens after Friday, what's your sort of hopes moving forward, really, about football within the UK and and also for the England team? Do you think this is a real sort of a World Cup challenging team? Do you see the makings of that?
I see them getting there.
Work in progress.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. We're getting there. We've got so many talented players coming up, but are they ready? You know what? That's debatable, because we have to think of the likes of Portugal,
Argentina, Brazil.
They've always been fantastic and consistent. And we're getting there. So I think, let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Keep your feet firmly on the ground.
On the ground.
And yourself, really, for whatever happens after Sunday, what's your hopes about English football, really, here locally?
I hope they continue to invest in grassroots football and make sure that they're funding the future talents and getting more paying players into the top leagues and even managerial sort of positions. I mean, again, we'd love to be managers of
Faz more than me, guys. So
a great team.
Anyone's listening?
So it's just a case of I think they do need to invest a lot more money. So FA, coaching and getting those qualifications for people to run sessions more locally and bring people up through the various channels.
You know what, my next question is, when are we going to see the next Pakistani
100%.
or Asian
100%.
player play for England?
Yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking, actually. When it begs the question, will we ever make
for
it?
the women's team some of the men's
No,
team.
well,
True,
both actually,
actually.
because we haven't got for either, to be fair.
No, I don't think we have.
I think, I don't know, that's really a tough one, isn't it? I mean, there's not many Pakistani.
No, not at all. I mean, there's one or two Indians like Mr. Chopra, a few others that are sort of there or thereabouts. But and there's a few Muslim players
absolutely.
coming from outside.
But they're all international, aren't they?
Yeah, that's
really?
right. But Pakistani, British born and bred, I think we're still another generation away.
Absolutely. So everyone just start off young, get that passion. You never know what the future holds.
The talent is there. It's out there. I mean, obviously, you know, I know, it's there.
Talent's out
but
there.
they're not quite making it to a professional level. Never mind Premier League. They're not even making it to that professional level, are they?
Yeah.
I was just going to say, it's sometimes, you know, the family expectations as well, you know, become a doctor, a lawyer, rather than, you know, football, what's that going to bring you? Probably brain damage, anything.
It's a risky role, isn't it?
I think that whole perception change as well.
Yeah. Especially, you know, afterwards going for it's a bit of a British culture going to have a pint and stuff. But I would say, you know, the culture is changing as well. So we need to encourage more girls and more boys to start taking it seriously, you know, looking at, I mean, they play well, but they don't look after their diet. They don't sleep well. It's got to be a complete package.
Diet is key, guys, honestly.
Yeah.
Diet makes a huge difference. And like you said, and resting as well.
Yeah.
And honestly, guys, with anything in life, no passion, no point.
Yeah.
So if you got the passion for football, you are gonna go a long way. You are gonna flourish, but you've got to believe yourself. And you know, let's get children off the road, doing the right thing as well. Because my background is working with children, so just want to see. Rather than seeing little, you know, young kids in groups, or rather see more kids, you know, playing football. But then again, you know, there's not many opportunities for them. So we've got to create the platform for them to say, look, there are opportunities. And then I suppose it's the right time for me to promote Borsley Green Girls School, where we've been playing for the last 12, 13 years. We're like a family unit there. Everyone gets on with everyone. We've got our friends listening in. So big love to Dee, big love to Tabs, big love to Nadia. Guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining. I've got my friends listening in. Big love to the Handfuls crew, to Ruby, and you know, and Zen, Naima. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Let's get more girls involved and let's push ourselves. Let's change most importantly, the thinking as well, especially for being Pakistani women. I mean, for guys, you know what, it's an okay thing, but for girls, there's that perception.
There is.
It's such a sad thing because the girls feel like they can't because they're going to be judged on it. And back 10 years ago, when I was working in schools, I was constantly hearing, Miss, can girls play football? Of course we can. Of course we can. Why can't we? We've got to treat our body like temple, guys, you know what I mean? With special mental health as well.
You've heard it here from Zakia. So you know what I do find is, you know what, we have really good players until they get to about 14, 15. Then it's like the new wide world, whether it's social media, whether it's obviously drugs, girls, boys, you know, they're into that era now. And you know what, if you can sort of still hold on to those children and get them into sports and stick to football during that time, they will then sort of, you know, benefit from it. But I've seen a lot of good talent, then they start hanging around with their mates, they lose interest or whatever. And I'm thinking, you know what, you've got a good fledgling career, just stay at it. But unfortunately, the pull or the lure of, you know, other stuff, should we say, overtakes them.
Yeah, so I'm going to think out the box and I'm going to say to parents, guys, you know, be in control of your children. Try to encourage them. Try to believe in them. Rather than discouraging them, just get them in the right path and, you know, create opportunities. Take them out. Invest time in your children. Frankly, what you put in is what you're going to get out.
Yeah, most definitely. Just sort of go back onto this, put the spotlight onto the English ladies team. You know what, over the last couple of years now, there's been a real increase in the number of people going and spectating, and I've even seen the game, and you know, I have seen an improvement in the aggression, the quality of the performances. Before, you know, maybe about 5 years ago, when I used to watch, it was all like almost in slow motion. It was like, you know, but now you see everything, obviously, you know, the professional leagues now, professional players. And you know what, apart from obviously the hair, you can't, you know, from far, you can't tell whether it's male or female players. The quality is there now.
Yeah, the Arsenal ladies, the Chelsea ladies, and even the Birmingham City ladies, you know, what's her name? I can't remember her name.
But we were fortunate enough
but
to
she's actually gone from Birmingham City to, you know, some of the other clubs, so that they've you know, progressed really well. So there are opportunities, but it's just a case of you know, making sure they're promoted and not discouraged when they are highlighted.
Absolutely.
Well, sorry, Zakia. Just going to sort of go on to, for example, say someone who's maybe over 25, 30 now. They've had a couple of kids and maybe done their studying. Because that happened to me. I sort of stopped playing really during my college and university days. It was only after I graduated that I got back into football again, because it was all or nothing really. What about those that maybe are 25, 30, they want to get fit, they want to start, maybe playing football as new or sort of picking it up again? What's your message to those ladies? Is there some way they can go just for fun and just for fitness? Is there any club that will look after those sort of ladies?
Yeah, Aussie Green girls.
Oh, yeah.
And we actually we've got 2 women on the team that took some time off, gave birth. Tabs and Dee, and they're back on the pitch now. It's so inspirational to see. They haven't just given up. They've sorted their childcare out and cracked on. So it's you can do it. You just got to have the right support, and family support, I guess, is crucial. You've got to believe in yourself and not throw in the towel.
Yeah. So, guys, let us know what the score is between Italy and Spain. So we're just talking about the chances, really, in terms of England and Denmark tomorrow. Who do you think will score? Give us your predictions, actually. Who do you think will score? Who's going to be the man of the match? And which team is going to win tomorrow as well? And what the final is going to be? Please give us your predictions as well. Let us know about that. And talking about sort of Raheem Sterling, I know he's had a lot of flack over the years. Whatever he did, they always put the negative on there. When he started earning for Liverpool and Man City, he bought, his parents a lovely house, and they were saying, "Oh, look at him being a flash." Whereas other, non-Bain players have done it, and they said, "Look, what a dutiful son he is." Still looking after his parents. There's a double standard there, isn't it, with Raheem? I don't know what it is.
I think sometimes just people are just jealous, to be honest. They can't be happy for successful people, and to be honest, anyone who's looking after their parents, in this day and age, is fantastic, and it should be highlighted at what a great job he does. And ultimately, it's his money; he can do whatever he wants with it. We're not inland revenue or anything that we need to report on his what his expenditure is.
Envy, isn't it?
From absolutely. I think it's pure envy. And to be honest, the fact that he's under one of the best managers in the world, we're only going to see better. So he's still mid-20s or something. And then he'll get even better.
What we have seen is through the influx of the likes of Guardiola, Klopp. Is that the game for the England team has changed. Before he was hoofing up to the long striker and battling it out. Now we're actually playing football on the ground, and it's really attractive. And the players are comfortable, are on the ball. And people like Jack Grealish, he gets the ball, he wants to take on 2-3 players. Sterling, they want to take on 2-3 players, and that's changed now with the the whole game over the last sort of 10 to 12 years. So we had to work at it, didn't we?
Absolutely. And I think the influence of the Spanish leagues, La Liga and Bundesliga, they have actually helped, because when you start looking at those sorts of, the way they play, and because a lot of our clubs, you never know who's in the top 4 of the Premier League.
No.
So when we go to Europe, we see that sort of play, and then obviously naturally it gets
up your
spread across.
Up your own game. You have to.
And do you think Jack Grealish should start tomorrow? Be cool. You're the manager. Who's your starting lineup, actually, Faz?
I like Jack.
Who's your starting lineup, actually?
You're going to put us on the spot now. The starting lineup is, so far, Gareth...
I put Sterling on, definitely.
And I'll put Rashford as well.
Put them on.
Really? Yeah, I'll put Rashford. I think he hasn't had much chance. I know he's been busy with the school dinners, but you know what? Let's just get... You know what? Gareth's done a fantastic job. What will be tomorrow. Let's not get too complacent. Let's take Denmark serious. Yeah. And then Sunday, you know what, guys? It could be a finals. I'm going to predict it. Pause. Dramatic pause. England v Italy. Okay, that's my prediction. Could be wrong. Don't put money on it, guys.
Yeah, we don't bet. We don't encourage betting.
I agree with Zakia. I'm going to go all out for England versus Italy as well. And
my God, it's going to be.
And I'm not going to call the final. I think it's just too close. If those two teams are in the final, I don't think you can call it. Obviously, our passion and our loyalty with England. But we are sort of a steady head. I don't think it's too close. Both teams are strong.
They're very strong teams. I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to actually call it. And actually, you know what? Some people might might be booing me, but I think Italy might take it if it just being a little controversial, guys.
Yeah.
I think what it is Italy got knocked out of the previous tournaments quite early on, didn't they? So they've got a lot to prove, and you know, it's a big.
They're just more hungry, aren't they? They've got that drive, but then.
And you know what? They're running around like, you know, headless chickens. And they're not getting tired.
No. Their speed is incredible, isn't it? It's absolutely mind-blowing. And it's so exciting to watch them play.
Guys, we could be here all night with these two. You know, they're not giving me a word in edgeways. So we are going to bring the show to a close. The big boss is standing over me. So what's the latest, Javed? Still 0-0. And Javed has also said Italy versus England final. So
well done,
thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the viewers.
Just one question. When do you think the next female agent will be coming on a prominent level, whether it's for club or for country?
Do you know, we can be hopeful. I think it's going to still take time.
Yeah.
Possibly in a couple of years.
Yeah.
But we have to make the change. We have to make that change, and we have to do it as well.
Yeah.
We start off small, start with the community, shift that thinking, and why not? Dream big, guys. Dream big. It can be possible.
Anything's possible.
Both of them should be commentators, you know. I
was a little bit nervous coming on last night, but Faz was like, "Come on, we can do it." Between us, you know, we do talk for England, literally.
Yeah.
But
I think we'll be on Match of the Day next. You know.
I think so.
I think so.
If anyone's watching and you know anyone for ITV or for BBC, you want these ladies commentating on radio or for you know, in fact, that's a challenge for you. You know, Brother Ikram, if England get to the final on Sunday, we're doing a live show here.
Okay.
We'll have a TV or something. You know, put it on here, and we'll do a little commentary.
Absolutely, yeah. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, there you go, guys.
Let's do it. But thanks, guys. Thanks for positive feedback. Get involved if you want to get involved with Ballsy Green Girls. Please call the radio station, and you know.
When's your sessions? What days?
Tuesday. So we're playing Tuesday, Ballsy Green Girls School. Be there for 5:50 till about roughly 7. Come around, have a feel. You've got nothing to lose. You're gonna.
If you're female, obviously.
It's for
Should
females. And you know what? There's no real age restriction, but obviously no under 16s.
Yeah.
So you know, 16 plus, get involved. You're gonna absolutely love it, and it's a real family environment.
Email or phone number?
Email or phone number. We're not going to give the numbers out now, so please call the radio station if you need to, and we'll leave our details behind, and let's take you from there. So good luck, England.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, everybody.
Yeah, no problem at all. Let me wrap up first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taking over.
If there's a show going, give Zakia her own show. So Javed was, you know, he normally sits in the studio. Javed goes, I have deep regret of not coming on the show tonight.
Oh dear.
You know what? Serves you right.
Yeah.
He loves for him.
Yeah. Serves you right. Denmark is everyone's second team since the unfortunate incidents involving Christian Eriksen. I suppose what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Great show by Ellie. Keep safe. See you next week. Jabs may produce the next England player, inshallah. We need to have scouts for them. Thank you, Javed. Thank you. Really appreciate that. So, guys, but how are you? Very good. Thank you. All is well. What's the name, buddy? Yeah, thank you. So we are towards the end of the show. We have run over by 15 minutes.
Wow, we can really talk for England then, can't we, guys?
We can. So yeah, if there's ever a show on talking, we know we're going to get to the final with these two ladies. Yeah. On that note, we're just going to bring everything home. So if it is a final on Sunday, 9 o'clock, Italy versus England, who do you think will lift that trophy? You first.
I'm hoping it's a 2-1 and it's a victory to England.
Scorers for England?
I'd say I'd give Sterling and Kane both one each.
Another one. So that would probably end up the tournament with Sterling being the Golden Boot winner.
Oh, excellent. We like a Golden Boot winner.
Yeah. So I think he would be that. Thank you. And over to you. Have the final say.
I think I did actually say Italy, guys. Obviously, I will be rooting for England.
Yeah.
Because this is the country I'm born in.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, let's be honest, now, it is a strong team. Let's just say 2-1 Italy. Again, I'm going to get the booze.
So who's your scorers then?
I will go for... in fact, I'm going to go for actually 2-1's a good score.
Yeah.
To England. And I'm going to go for Sterling And I think someone who deserves to be on the goal scoring sheet is Mr. Grealish.
Yeah.
He's had an amazing season. He'll be sold by Villa. I think he needs to step up. So I think he'll be a super sub. So I think he'll get the winning goal.
Okay, let's see what happens.
So fingers
Fingers crossed.
Yes,
Come on.
we love our super subs.
Yeah. So on that note, I hope you've enjoyed this. And you know what? If England do get to the final, I'll be here on a Sunday evening, 9 o'clock. I'll get my scheduled session in with the big boss, and I'll give the invite to you, ladies, and we can maybe order a pizza, maybe get a screening or something. We will be watching it, and you know what? If other people want to join us, by all means. On that note, I'm just gonna sort of get Zakia to play the final rendition of.
It's coming,
Guys.
Come on, it's
Football's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Good luck, England.
Bye, everyone. Take care. See you next.